Now, here's an entertaining one that takes entitlement to a whole new level when a girlfriend tries to convince her boyfriend that she's entitled to equity in his home. And let's just say things do not work out for her because guess what? This guy is an idiot. Title: Am I the a-hole for not acknowledging my girlfriend's equity in the house that we live in? And a shout out to Matt for sending this story. It says here, I'm 38 years old. I met my girl 7 years ago when I was looking for a house. At the time, she was working for a guy who did custom carpentry, and we were introduced by a mutual acquaintance. I told her I wanted to redo the kitchen and the house. She and her boss did some work for my kitchen renovation. I remained in touch, and about 5 years ago, we started dating. Okay, so he's known her 7 years, but they didn't start dating until 5 years ago. The timeline's important here. About 3 years ago, she moved in. Smack! Why? Unless you have an intention of marrying her, and even then. We maintain separate finances at my insistence. I have 2 kids. I pay 100% of the mortgage, homeowners insurance, HOA fees, and any maintenance costs that arise. We split groceries and utilities historically. Okay, I'll make that clear here. He pays 100% of the mortgage. HOA, homeowners insurance, obviously property taxes, all that. They just split groceries and utilities. She's got a good deal. About 4 months ago, my girlfriend lost her job. She has been looking but has not found anything. She's been paying most of her expenses using savings. About 2 months ago, I was reached out to by a realtor. There's an old couple originally from the area looking to move back. They looked at another house that was for sale in the neighborhood, but they saw my house on the outside and they really loved it. He said that they would be willing to pay a premium. I let them do a walkthrough and they made an insane offer. After talking to my girlfriend, I accepted and we're now looking for a new place. That's not impossible. Sometimes realtors on behalf of other people will go around and mention to people, hey, we got somebody who's interested in your house. They're willing to pay a huge premium. That's why keep your options open. My girlfriend has approached me about collecting on her equity when the sale is finalized. Your equity? You've been living here for 3 years and I pay everything? All the mortgage, insurance, taxes, HOA, everything. You split some of the utilities. Your equity, really? Talk about entitlement. Shit, you don't even pay rent. I thought she was joking, but she was serious. I maintained that she does not have equity in the house. She thinks she does because of what work she did in the kitchen during the renovation and helping maintain the house. The renovation, that was a hired job that she and her boss did before they were even dating. So they went and did that job they were paid to do, part of the contract, and they stayed in touch and eventually started dating. What are you fucking talking about here? We got some hoe logic here. The maintenance she does in the house is cleaning and occasionally unclogging a toilet or changing the smoke alarm batteries. I do not think that is grounds for equity in the house. Of course it's not, but she thinks she can probably weasel her way out of this, because you're just such an idiot. So he says, am I the a-hole? We're not done the story yet. No, you're not the a-hole. She's the a-hole. And you're about to find out why she's the a-hole. I mean, her name's not on the deed. She wasn't even paying you rent. Sounds like there's even a lease for her to be there. But yeah, there are real entitled people out there. But in her mind, I guarantee you, she thinks that you're so into her that she can make requests or like demands like this, and you'll fall for it because a lot of guys are stupid. Now his update. He says, well, I found out the reason she wanted the equities because she wanted to leave the relationship. About 8 months ago, she had asked me if I would get a vasectomy reversal and consider having kids with her. I already have 2 kids. I told her no. She apparently wants kids now. Wants kids now? As in, I guess when they started being involved, she made it clear she didn't want kids? Bait and switch? After the conversation, she started planning her exit strategy, but then she lost her job. She thought I would give her at least a bit of the equity. If I gave her 5% of the sales price, that'd be enough for her to leave. Get the fuck out of here. 5% off the sales price? No, he's not. Whatever they're offering to him, that doesn't mean that all of that's going to go in his pocket. He's going to have to pay off the rest of the mortgage and anything else there. 5% off the sales price. If she was saying 5% of essentially the profit that he made off this sale, at least that would be in the realms of her not being I mean, this whole thing's insane, but 5% just off the total sale? Obviously, she doesn't know how these things work. Well, after learning this, I broke up with her. She wasn't expecting that. The house is set to close the next 30 days, so my ex needs to find a place by then. She has limited funds and asked me for a loan and to spot her some money. I refused. So that's where we stand after everything. Am I the a-hole? No, you're not the a-hole. All right, she has the audacity to ask you for a loan. You found out she was going to break up with you anyway, but try to take money on the way out like it was hers, trying to scam you. And then a loan. If you loaned her money, do you think you ever get that money back? Not a chance in hell. I mean, you can have her sign a contract. You know, you can have it written up by somebody who knows how to write a contract. A good lawyer write up a contract. But then again, she could claim problems, declare bankruptcy, and you wouldn't get your money. You never give women money or loan them money, ever. Frankly, you shouldn't loan anybody money. That's the job of the bank, not you. Otherwise, you're not going to get it back, and there's going to be all sorts of drama and problems. And I'm sure many of you guys have learned this. Ask for a fucking loan, are you kidding me? But there you go. So no, he's not the a-hole here, but really, she thought she owned equity. Talk about entitlement, guys. Now, let me read a few comments here, wrapping this up. This guy says, still not the a-hole. Even if she had paid rent for staying with you in your house, she isn't entitled to any equity. I mean, most landlords who buy homes to rent out, a large portion of the rental income may be paying the mortgage on the rental house. Just because the landlord is using his rental income to help cover his mortgage doesn't give his tenants equity rights to the house that they're renting. Also, she didn't pay rent. And helping pay for the utilities doesn't count towards equity. No, of course not. Even if she paid rent, it doesn't count towards equity. It kind of makes you wonder if her difficulties in finding another job was on purpose or not. Another guy says, wow, so this woman has lived in your home rent-free for 5 years, and when she couldn't manipulate you into giving her a portion of the sales proceeds from your home, she's now resulted in asking you for a loan so she can leave you because you won't have reverse a vasectomy that you got before you even met her. Well, they've been living together 3 years. They've been involved 5 years, but yes. She started dating you knowing you had a vasectomy, which should have told her you didn't want any more kids. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. This one is a few French fries short of a Happy Meal with sprinkles of entitlement. Yeah, you're darn right about that. And last one. This guy says, I can't believe it actually turned out worse than what I expected. So she was already done with the relationship and just waited for the right moment to leave with as much money as possible. Splitting because of OP not wanting more children is fair. Stringing OP along and then trying to scam him out of a nice sum of money is just disgusting. Glad she fumbled and OP learned the truth. She is a shitty human being. Yes, she is, and she will most certainly find another sucker out there. But there you go, guys. This again proves that you got to pay attention to who you let in your life. And imagine if this guy was really into her and stupid and pee-whipped, he probably would have given her a cut of the sale. You know, not 5% off the top, but something of the profits from the sale of that house, and she'd have been out of there. So this goes to show you guys, but I love covering all sorts of stories here, but definitely the entitled ones really do crack me up. But nothing surprises me at this point.